Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's hump day. Happy hump day. It is time for some no noise. I'm Z Rex. It's March 6th, 2024, about 10:30 in the AM. Wow. I missed Monday's stream, had a some family stuff I had to take care of with the kiddo. Sorry about that. It's been a hell of a last 2 days, that's for sure, hadn't it, guys? Woohoo! Big eyeballs, moonshots, everyone's super excited. It's epic. But we literally only did make a new high for. Let's zoom in on it because it's actually pretty hilarious. Let's go back in time here, all the way back because we got a freaking dump fest 3000. We did make the new high, guys. New all-time highs. It did happen yesterday, but it literally only happened for 30 seconds. Literally. Like, I'm not even joking. That's not sarcasm. Literally, this one candle here. Boom, bam, and it was immediately rejected within a minute. Kind of wild price action. I don't think that's super crazy given how aggressive that we went up into these to the all-time high at 69K. I mean, we've been talking about this is getting a little bit extended. We need some structure to be built under this. And so getting a swift rejection like that isn't that crazy. And look where it's holding up. It's still actually holding up in the 60s. Did dip down to just shy of 60K, but we're back well above that. And even the Bulls were able to get the body yesterday all the way back above this little consolidation at about 62,000. So that's actually pretty damn that's pretty sexy for the Bulls there. Nice job. Ethereum, real quick, that shit is just saying suck it. And it wants to go to, I guess, 8 million probably is the next target. No, obviously, that's joking. Next target is about 48 hundo. Let's actually look back real quick and see if there's anything kind of in between that zone. Let's see. Yeah, there's a little bit of resistance, like pretty much right at 4K flat. You can kind of see this little hump, and then these little clusters here. And then the trend line cross is up there to about 42. So yeah, we're, about 4,000 probably has a little bit of intermediate resistance, but the mega resistance isn't really until the all-time high here, which this looks like it wants to go get it. Now, is this super aggressive? Man, it is. And y'all know, if y'all watched the stream last week, and even before that, I was talking about that if we rally super hard and hit all-time highs before the halving, that wouldn't be my my favorite setup because it generally likes to consolidate through the halving. This really kind of does turn it into like a sell the news type event to me, and I've already trimmed about 15% of my exposure, and I'm looking to trim probably another at least 15, maybe even up to like a total of 50% of my exposures, just to kind of lock in some tendies and have some dry powder because I've been fully committed for a long time, so for over a year, and so I just want to kind of take some of that risk off the table. And sometimes, like we talk about on the show, like, well, think about, like, would you buy up here? Let's say you've got, I don't know, let's just make a number up. You got 5K and you bought down here or something. You're like, oh yeah, this looks like a good consolidation zone, which it was. Very nice. Broke out. You're in the money. Now take that same 5K, pretend you didn't buy here. Would you buy up here? I bet you the answer is probably no. And if you did, then that's probably also FOMO as well, because why didn't you buy here, or anywhere in the last, year before all this happened? That would be considered FOMO, in my opinion. What the hell do I know? Haha. Anyway, this on this weekly though, it does look super strong. I mean, we did get this weekly close above most of these bodies too, so that's cool. We actually did have a daily all-time high daily close. This candle right here on Monday, it closed at, if I can keep my cursor on it, it closed at 68,359. And so if you go back over here into time, and we look right over here, this close was 67,559. So we actually have officially a all-time body candle close on a daily. So that's actually pretty sweet for the Bulls. The only thing I just want to see is some structure built out here. We can't just keep doing this forever, because if that does happen, we usually do see round trips from price action like that. Say we just kind of keep going up and up and up and up and up into the halving, and then usually you get full round trips on super aggressive moves like that. So of course anything can happen, but generally we do like to consolidate a little bit more through the halving, which we're going to go look at right now because that's very important, especially at this juncture as it's less than a month away now. Is it less than a month away? It's about a month, whatever. I think it's like 415, 420, something like that. Of course, it's at 420. What else would it be at? Real quick, I just want to show y'all the and these are all about 3 something right here. We're about 350, 345, almost exactly where we are now. If you go back over here, we are at 359. Whoa, how weird. It's like Bitcoin's a creature of habit or something. And then if we go back here, I think this is the only one that's kind of an outlier. Yeah, this is the bigger one. This one was 550. And I guess if we actually take it from the consolidation boxes like we did all the other ones, let's see what it is. It's actually is 330, close to 350 as well. How weird is that? And so if we go into back to the future here, that's exactly where we are now. So let's say we just camp out here above like 56, like upper 50 handle and go sideways. That would be enough for structure building and filling this out to where it's not so extended. That would be super sexy if we just chop fest 3000 up here and stay above, about this 56 horizontal. That would be equally as badass. So I would I would caution though people a little bit up here that this is definitely frothy. I mean, look how far away we are from the 21 EMA. We are 35% away from it. That is pretty damn far. Like, when was the last time we've been that far? Here's a 42%. The all-time high was like 50% from back in 2017. Even the all-time highs over here were less than 30. So we're definitely a little bit of extended on that metric. But hey, as long as price is staying above 56K, it does look pretty good. I will say this is where volatility is going to has words. Okay, I can't talk today. Volatility has picked up dramatically. If we go to Deribit's volatility index, you can just put DVOL and that'll pop up. You can see we're over 70 now. It has not been that high since all the way back over here in November of 2022. So, and then it hasn't been out that long because this is based off their options and futures and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, vol is high, and we saw a little bit of snippet on that yesterday as we freaking swung. What is that? 13%. And if you go to some of these shit coins, oh my God, like look at this. Litecoin swung 25%. I think XRP did like 30 or something, didn't it? Oh no, it was only 20. So there's a bunch of them that were swinging hard. Doge went, I think, 50% almost. That was like 40%. Jesus. So big swings. Volatility is definitely here. And this is where it gets actually kind of hard to hold on to your positions and really trade because the swings are just so big. I mean, if we go to like a 7-minute, you can see this like all over the place, man. And Bitcoin's no different. It's all over the place as well. Nice reaction here, though, to be fair, real quick on a side note from the bulls on this sell-off from 69 all the way to 59, $10,000 little shakeout. But look at this big girthy candle and then continuation. Very nice. Let's go zoom in just a tad. Nice on the 458 too, really highlighting this area in the low 60s is kind of a very big contention point as the daily closed above it in that lower time frame. Structure is built above 62. So we can pretty much use about 60 flat as kind of a temporary little short-term line in the sand. Below that, we could easily test like 56. And as y'all saw it yesterday, we lose a little bit of momentum right now because the hype is real. Shitcoins get fidgety. They move a lot. They get super wild. I mean, 40%, 30%, 20% in like an hour or two, a couple hours. It's kind of wild. So, have a plan, trade your plan because the emotions are running very high right now and you can make some dumb mistakes. I've definitely messed up and traded way too much in the trying to scalp and short and do all this crap. And pretty much destroyed my account way back in the day when I first started trading. Crypto specifically, I did that. Oh yeah, this is the top. This is the top. Yeah, and then you get destroyed, right? I almost put on a short at 69K, and then I was like, you know what? Nah, no shorts in this market. It's only buying dips. I'm not trying to get too cute with it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of learned my lesson. There will be a day to short in the future, but we're not quite there. Let's go to the pi cycle thing. Look at the pi cycle. Tried to close above this green line here. And if we go back in history, every time that it's actually kind of gotten close and tried to close above it, we did have the mega part of the bull run. This one did, but it didn't get rejected like we did recently. But guess which one did get rejected, which is actually a very similar posturing to what we're doing here, is coming out of the base in the bottom of 2018, 2019 lulls. And look, we just came up here, rejected, and then rolled over. So there is already different behavior in Bitcoin. This is kind of the point I want to get out for that. Sorry, I'm a little bit over the place here, but there is different behavior already in price action for Bitcoin. One, let's jump back over here real quick. We already hit an all-time high before the halving. Never happened. That hasn't happened before. You can see here, nope, not higher. You can see over here, nope, not higher. You can see over here, nope, not higher. You can see over here, yes, higher. So that's very different behavior. There's two things that are making me, maybe cautious is the right word, just to being a little bit more diligent. We are getting behaviors that are different. So we're going to have to approach this slightly different too, now that we are getting little kind of canaries chirping at us like, hey, this cycle is actually, in fact, different. And we already have price action telling us that via mostly just by Mama Bear making new highs before the halving, and not, I don't want to say well before the halving, but definitely, a significant amount of time before it, about 5 weeks or so. And also the bigger one that's a little bit concerning is shit coins. And by shit coins, I should clarify meme coins. Doge generally does not pump like this in the beginning of cycles. It generally pumps really hard towards the very end of the cycle. And if we go over here and look at the history, we'll clean up the chart a little bit. You can see here, December 20, Bitcoin already had rallied hard. I mean, it was already going up a lot from the halving over here in April 20. Only this little bump, and it still went sideways for 200 days before it started rallying, and only participated in the final innings of Bitcoin's rally. And that's the same in its history before. We've talked about that a little bit in previous shows. But this time, though, it's already moonshotting with Bitcoin at the same time. So that's also different behavior from prior epochs. And if we even go to extra shit coins like Sheeb, I mean, look at this crap. I mean, this is rallying like it's the end of the bull run, like toward the last inning. I don't want to say the end, but it's like the final few innings or something like that. So that's very different behavior than the previous cycles. So I'll definitely be carrying that information forward because I do think it's going to be very important. So be a little cautious and just keep in mind we are getting different price action and different behavior from this, and I think I've beat that horse into the dirt so far. So moving on. Yeah, we did it on futures too. Look, we're already closed higher on a weekly. Oh, no, sorry. That'll be a couple days. If we do close up, God dang words, bro. What is wrong with me? I guess since I didn't do the stream Monday, today is like my Monday. I apologize for my special ed talk over here. But we got a potential open and close above all the previous all-time highs on Bitcoin futures coming up. That'll be closed in a couple of days, Friday afternoon. So let's go to Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is a little bit shy. And generally, Bitcoin doesn't top out until we're in the 60s on Bitcoin dominance. So that's kind of interesting how shy we are of that. But these meme coins and us making new highs before the halving is very different behavior. Just carry that information forward. Moving on, GBDC. Ooh, what is this, GBDC? That actually is kind of nasty. And remember, GBDC is kind of a leader in price. As much as I don't want to say that out loud because I don't like Digital Currency Group or Grayscale or Novogratz or any of these clown banksters. I don't like any of them. Anyway, before I go off on a bankster rant, look how GBDC didn't get faked out at all-time highs. Leading indicator. It's done this a couple of times before. It actually did the same thing recently. We talked about this on stream a couple of weeks ago, or I guess, shit, it was a month ago now, back over here on the streams. Go check them out if you want. We talked about how GBDC did not make a lower low. It was actually staying bid against structure. That was a very sneaky little bullish sign. So it is still very much in that vein of kind of being a leading type indicator. And this right here is technically a pretty nasty candle. Let's see some of our oscillators. It just by itself, but everything else looks fine, oscillator wise, momentum wise, etc. But just the candle itself is a potential warning that this is kind of a top because we engulfed the previous 3 days off of this gap and go kind of thing. So anything back below like 54 would be a little concerning for doubles. And that would probably coincide with the breach of 60K as well on spot price. So keep an eye on that. Ultimately, we want to see GBDC just go ahead and get back above 60 and say, suck it, bears. Unicorn shirt, man, is actually looking real good. I mean, look at this freaking move. 5 weeks in a row, just ripping face off. It's just very bullish above 3,300. And let's see if we can kind of ratchet up a little bit from there off some structure. Yeah, you could use the top of this magenta candle and the top of this little swing high at about 36-ish for shorter term. How far away from the 21 EMA on this one? Let's look. 34%. Yeah, so we are very extended on some of these moves. Would like to just, I think best case scenario now is we just go sideways and chop fest up here and build structure out, let the EMAs catch up, and then get continuation. We start getting any hard selling pressure here. Watch some volumes and stuff. And some of these levels that I'm mentioning, 33 and like 60K on Bitcoin, ultimately 56. Sub 56 Bitcoin would be very dangerous. I think that could be flash crashing mode there. We could easily give it all the way back up to mid 40s, and that would suck. But right now, looks good. Don't worry about it. We'll be talking about it later in other streams too. We'll keep an eye on it for you. Charlie, this is kind of... What the hell, Charlie? Come on. You're supposed to get the party going. Gets into the blue box. Immediate rejection. What is that off the highs? 12%. It's not that crazy. I do like these candle closes, to be fair, by the bulls yesterday. Bears really testing their strength here. And for the most part, so far in the charts we've looked at, I would say the bulls did a fantastic job of defending and getting their body closes above structure looking to the left. So that's actually pretty good. And as long as this is above about $80, you could potentially treat this as a buy the dip trade for sure. Obviously, major resistance on this is about $100. And again, watching Mama Bear is kind of all we got to do here. Some altcoins are saying, suck my balls. Ethereum Classic is one of those. It barely even got down 13%, which after all this is like nothing, right? 50%, whatever. You get a little 10% swing. That's fine. Looks very good. Target on this is about 42 and change. It's riding on the coattails, obviously, of Unicorn Shirt Man. And above about $30, this looks very good. Garlic bread. Is garlic bread setting up for a false breakout or just a quick retest before continuation? That is the question for this chart. And as long as it's above 58 cents, does look pretty damn sexy. Same kind of vein too. Yesterday's candle. Very nice by the bulls, getting the body over all of this structure. Very nice. XLM, kind of same thing. Not quite as strong. I mean, it's right atop structure. Not quite as strong, but that's not surprising. Caleb and Stellar, they're kind of a little bit of laggards. You can see we've been at the same price pretty much for freaking 5 years almost. That's kind of crazy, actually. Holy shit, this is all the way back to 2019. Wow. All right. Well, come on, Caleb. What are you doing with your life? Above 12.5 cents, it looks okay. Again, we just want this kind of consolidation, let some EMAs catch up and push price up and get continuation. We've got the setup for it. We got Mama Bear up there. We got an all-time high ticked. And just like all the other times we talked about breaking major resistance levels on Bitcoin, whether that was 38 or whether that was, the mid 50s or that was all the way down in the mid 20s, every little stair step it makes over those humps just fuels shitcoin rallies, and we're seeing that again and again and again. It's a very easy trade too, and so 69K is the next ceiling for that. We started getting above that for like a week or so on like a week or especially 2 weeks, open and close above that range. I took some powder off earlier in this week, and I'm probably going to take some more off today on this little relief kind of rally a little bit, and then just keep it open. I don't want to be totally exposed because I wouldn't put 100% of my money in at these prices. So just going to lock in some tendies and get ready for maybe some more dips and repositioning or rotating to shit coins that haven't rallied that hard. And another trade too you can do right now that I think is very well warranted is just rotating between Bitcoin and ETH and altcoins. A lot of people don't like to mess with Tether or USD coins and whatever, all that kind of crap. Stable coins. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Hey, what's up, Casey Lewis? How you doing, man? So you can just rotate between Mama Bear and Unicorn Shirt Man and then rotate back to alts because generally speaking, Mama Bear and Ethereum are going to have like smaller drawdowns than the shit coins, which we just saw actually this week with Mama Bears, going 15% and some of the other shit coins going 20, 30% down. So, of course, I don't care about using stables. That doesn't bother me. So, you also can hedge out too with options on BitO or futures contracts. You can just short to cover. You can do a lot of different things now in Cryptolandia, which is also nice. Tron, what are you doing? Tron is kind of looking a little toppy here. We have lost all the momentum. This is actually different behavior as well. Oscillators, all Momo is gone. So is this one done its thing? Yeah, I mean, actually, it kind of looks like it so far. Maybe it's sideways action time into the halving, but which is at the end of this box, by the way, is the halving. Again, I draw my boxes and stuff for reasons, whether it's vertical or horizontal axes. Oh, here we come. Are they all-time high stuff over here, Mr. Lewis? You know they are. Anyway, yeah, it looks a little bit toppy here. Really need to see it get back over 14 cents. I would definitely not be holding on to my original bag with this candle like this and all this momentum in the last few days being sucked out. Dot is saying suck it. Looks very good above about 950. ADA looks very good above 64-ish. The Marines, what are they doing? Just consolidating until they really get out of the range here. This is like stair stepper range. You can see how they get smaller and shorter. And here we go with this is about 17.5 and 20.5. So until it's out of that, it really is just ranging below, obviously 17. Just look at structure, and above there, our next target's 24.20. EOS actually got a nice pump. Dan Larimer came up out of nowhere and said, suck it, boys. And, well, girls, wait, this is an Epstein Island. Hold on now. Although some of these crypto bros are kind of weird, right? Anyway, let's not go down the conspiracy crypto rabbit hole. Looks very good above about 90 cents. Not too shabby. And let's see what the bulls, look at that nice defense too yesterday on this wick, right at 90 cents. Very good. BCH coming to retest 400. Just went right through that damn bitch. Coming back to retest 400. Very nice as long as it's above around that range, give or take. Probably to give a little bit of leeway. Remember, we're all watching the same movie, so I'd say probably about a little $20, $30 leeway there. But does look pretty damn constructive, no lie. And again, most of these charts are going to look constructive as long as Mama Bear holds up in the 60s. So BSV, nice little pumpage, coming to retest too. Good close, following through the same MO as most of these candles from Monday. Looks fine above about 90-ish. XMR, privacy coins, kind of getting a little whacked. But to be fair, they've been showing relative weakness for a long time. Can't even get over its weekly. Let me do it because I'm flying through these charts. Sorry about that. Uh, you can see it's not even above its 21. Like almost everything is above its 21 EMA on an open and close basis, but not freaking XMR. It actually even has bearish momentum on a weekly. So Bulls still got a lot of work to do. Need to get over 160 pretty much. Stop being bitches. What are y'all doing? Yeah, look, Zcash is doing it. 29 bucks. Out of that trade. Took a little trade from here to there. We're done with that. Above, I might re-enter here on some more dips to 29, but like I said, I'm real patient. I'm probably just going to mostly just get out of stuff and wait for this week to close out and see how the market prints these weekly candles, because they're going to be pretty damn impotent, if you will. Dash, oh, smashed, dashed, smash and dash. Wait, that's a different thing. That's a different topic. Where I don't think this podcast is about that. But look, you can see here getting above that 38 level. Very nice. Look what happened, though, the last few times. We've kind of breached the 55. Didn't really get any momentum. Not saying that's going to happen again, but we really need to see bulls get back over 40 and Bitcoin get or stay above 60. Doge, let's go. Look at this pimp, baby. Look at this consolidation. I hope some of y'all got in on this. We were pounding the damn stupid table about Dogecoin getting ready to pimp with just so easy risk. I mean, less than 10% on Doge is dumb. That was like a free, look, it's 125. I mean, that was like a 10 to 20 to whatever to 1 pretty much. Super mega pump move. Very nice. Looks beautiful above the 14 handle. Now let's go to the weekly. Will the weekly get an open and close above 14? We still got 4 days, 4.5 days. If it does, I'd be targeting 26, just shy of 30 pretty much on this. And that should be uber resistance besides, you already know, 42. STX, what did that do? Let's see what ordinals is doing, like ordinal based stuff. Very nice. Good candle close yesterday. Now, is this a warning shot? Like, hey, we're kind of done with the rally. Definitely could argue that. But it also, remember, selling off hard and going sideways for a long time produces kind of the same result psychologically for the market. So, and given that Bitcoin generally does like to run up about 340%, which we just showed a minute ago on the graph, all the way to its inception, which is very, very crazy. Creature habit she is. And then that would make sense that we're just about to go sideways and chop fest and freak everybody out as we go up and down, 20 to 30%. Although the structure is getting built out and looks good, it's sometimes a little bit exhausting to see your attendees be swinging that much, especially every other day or something like that, right? Welcome to crypto. Weekly, especially crypto bull markets. Very nice. This looks very good above 6 pennies on TrueFi. Very lovely. A little higher on the daily, about 6.4. So not too shabby. XRD garbage. What is this trash, dude? Man, very disappointing. Look at this, y'all. Freaking almost 50% down. What the? Well, let's give them some credit where it's due. The bulls did come in with the swiftness and close back above structure, back above that 3.9 level. But man, talk about relative weakness. Trash, dude. Just off the chart. Yeah, whatever. Sorry. If you work here or deal with this or have lots of bag in this, but dude, absolute shit performance by XRD. A little bit surprising to be honest there. Oh, when do I care about this? Dude, why isn't it back above 4 cents? Like, what is this shit? Terrible. Lots of bearish momentum on that. VeChain looks pretty decent, above about 4 pennies. Bear's trying to get testy, though, on the daily. Let's see. Weekly still looks, oh, man, this actually looks pretty sexy. Opening and closing above the 200 for a week and a half-ish. Not too shabby. Obviously, lots of resistance here at about 5 pennies. But chart does look good as long as we're building structure above 4. Atom, it's kind of lollygagging here. Looks okay above about 11 handle. Kind of surprised it didn't really do that much. Like Osmos didn't do shit. Look, it didn't even go down. It didn't even go up. It hasn't even participated. This is the anomaly chart kind of all crypto right now. Like, what the hell is going on here? Very weird, very weird. Because this goes all the way back to December, man, mid-December. We haven't done shit. It's literally the same price as it was 82 days ago. Very weird. That's perplexing, to say the least. Now, does it still look fine above about 142? Yes, it does. But what the absolute hell? Sideways is the same as selling off. Maybe we'll get continuation. We get any like 2, 3 open and closes on a daily above like 175. This bitch will probably moonshot hard. But it almost looks like it wants Bitcoin to make new highs before it does that. Like sustainably new highs, not for 30 seconds. That doesn't really count. I mean, technically, I guess it counts, but not really. And it was only like a few $100s. Ton. Oh, nice. I like the bulls. Look at this. Came back up to close right on the money on the horizontal at 260. As long as it's above about that 250 handle, it does look pretty damn sexy. Matic is not able to get. Oh, because it didn't sell off yesterday. It's late to the party. It's late to the bear party. But hey, as long as it's above $1, it does look pretty decent. ES. Let's go to ES. What do we got here in traditional land? Maybe if I can look at it. Yeah, just slow grind, man. Just got that slow grind up. We do have a FOMC meeting, I think, this week. Or is it next week? Let's go look real quick. I don't remember. I don't remember. Oh, it's the 20th. Okay. So it's the 20th. There we go. All right. Oh, wow. You remember, like, not that long ago, it was 65% that they were going to cut rates. Well, I guess what had happened was nope. Whenever they're in the 90s, that's pretty much what's going to happen. So looks like they're just going to stay bid. Not a shock. So that's not until next week or whatever later. It's not this week. So who cares? Talk about that later. As long as this is above about 50, 50, looks pretty good. Still got momentum. I don't see any kind of like anything too crazy. Just a little baby bearish divergence on the RSI between about here to here. But it's fine to me. Nasdaqians. Look at that. We hit our target last week right at the 18.4 immediate rejection. That's usually what you get when you first test major resistance and all-time highs. So not too surprising there. And we're just grinding up this 21 EMA. As long as we stay above the upper 17,000 handle, this does look pretty good. Now, we do have some pressure here because the horizontal in these EMAs are squeezing hard up into the first week of April. So we should have resolution on this breakout here in the next few weeks. The Dow kind of getting a little roundy here. Is that a little rounded top? You know, it kind of is. And this one hasn't really had great momentum this whole rally. Like it did outside the gate, like right here. But since this little consolidation, it's really been lackluster, man. RSI's in the 50s. DMI can't even stay above 26. That's a little bit interesting there. Sub 38.3. Yeah, we got to start questioning the bulls there for sure. Russell is trying to get the party going, but it cannot do it. It is just, look at this shooting star, gravestone type doji up here. Those are usually pretty bearish until we're back above 2080. You know, I think 2060, 2080, this little 20-point range is very important. And break above or below it probably gets us to 2100 or a retest of, low 2000 handles. So, I mean, it's kind of surprising Russell isn't really getting its shit together here. What the hell, man? What the hell? What are the trannies doing? Sideways as hell. Nothing. Is DAX still at all-time highs? Yeah. Look, it can't get over. Same kind of little gravestone, doji type shooting star candle right up underneath mega resistance at 17.8. Yeah, needs to get over that. Am I longing up here? Absolutely not. Definitely not. And again, as a lesson, why would you long up here and not when it broke out of the range, especially on this candle, right? That's a confirmed break. Even these 4 right here, very incrementally doing it is still a good sign. And that one's like for sure confirmation. And then you wait till up here. Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. VIX. What are you doing, VIX? Shit, y'all. It did it. So we're talking about this last Friday that this could be a low. When we drew these lines on here, this could be a higher low again and getting ready for another moonshot attempt. That is interesting structure right there. And we're getting VVIX creeping up too. Uh-oh. Are we getting a little sign that something's about to pop off? Oh, shit. And oil's creeping over 80. Man, keep an eye on this VIX chart, y'all. I'm sorry, the futures and also VVIX. That is interesting, man. This thing starts getting above 90 and this chart keeps filling out and we get above like 16. Ooh, man. Where's TNX at? TNX is actually below 420. That's interesting. And we're not getting any relief on that. How about the bonds? Yeah, bonds are kind of rallying, but we got a pretty good resistance line between these 3 spots here. Lower lows, lower highs. Interesting. And when is that actually? Hold on. The 20. Oh, that's still 2 weeks away. Interesting price action there on VIX, and then oil busting out. I don't like that because oil breaking out is going to mess up inflation even worse. You think your groceries and shit are high now. Oh, man, they'll get even way higher if oil goes over $82. I do not want to see that happen, man. Everyone's already getting squeezed hard. You know what that could lead to is if inflation keeps going up, they might hike again. Think about that. Who's thinking about a hike again? Everybody thinks we're done. Oh, rate hikes are over. We're going down. Well, are they over? Are they? 5 to 7% is historical norm for the last hundreds of years. You know, we barely just creep back into 5 after almost 20 years. So it's still pretty frothy out there, y'all. I don't know. Interesting. Some interesting price action there. Nice continuation on nat gas. Looks good above 185. Sub that. Ew. Let's go to gold now. If you're still in here, Mr. Prince Borky. And if you're not, generally we go down this list just like this. And it takes, most of the time, it takes about 30, 40 minutes to go through it. And so you can kind of time it appropriately to there. So, you know, because it's in the latter half. So you can kind of just tune into the late stages if you don't care about any of the other shit. And eventually I'll start clipping these out and putting them in a Patreon or something like that. So just something easy to reference or like a Substack. I'm still working on those kind of ideas, but that's kind of the long form on here, and then consolidate and clip stuff out for shorter form viewing, if you will. Anyway, beautiful, lovely move on gold. Let's gold. This is great. All-time highs. I mean, we've got this damn green box, not blue. I'm not that colorblind. We've got this green box up here as our target. It's been the target since this happened over here early last year. Gold's a slow-ass mover. Precious metals generally are. But this looks very good. This weekly can open and close above range. I mean, how does gold not go up to 2,400 or something like that? Beautiful move. Also a little bit concerning too, right? Why is gold breaking out like this? Is it sniffing something out? I don't know, man. Oh, wow. Palladium's even up 12. Oh, shit. It's over 1,000. Okay. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oil breaking out. VIX making a higher low. VVIX creeping up. I did not notice all that this morning. I kind of just fired the stream up. Didn't even do any like prep game, which was probably obvious with my all over banter earlier in the stream. Anyway, wow. Just kind of chewing on this a little bit. Very interesting. Huh. Now, did we... Yeah, we kind of have made that. Let's see. Good, man. This just looks really good above 2,100, man. Super sexy. What's this high right here? 2152. And what do we? Oh, we're above that now. High highs, new highs. Woohoo! Let's gold. Anyway, very nice above $2,100. Let's just start building structure above there. Beautiful bounce off of silver here. as well. Looking good. Where are we at? All right, here's the point of contention for silver, though, is that 24, 20, 20, like pretty much the 24 handle has been rejection area for a lot of times. Now, given that what gold's doing, shit, it best be able to get its shit together and break 26. Or it's kind of a bitch, really. I think. Get it going, Silver. What are you doing? Nice bounce here. Engulfing candle. Still needs to get over 950, though, for me to really care. But this is starting to look like a pretty good kind of accumulation type pattern. Let's go to a weekly. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of support technically around that 900 level. So I like confirmation. So I kind of have a saying of like, people say, oh, you buy low, sell high. Well, I like the saying, you buy high, you sell higher. Because if you're buying high and then selling higher, that means you've waited properly for the trend to confirm its upward bias in this case. Because if you buy low and sell higher, you might not buy the right low. You might buy the low before it goes lower. So interesting on that. Palladium is very interesting to me. I don't like that. Last time Palladium wanted to rally really super duper hard was when Russia started doing its crazy shit over in whatever they're doing. I mean, I don't really, whatever, crazy shit, not crazy shit, don't care. But last time it did rally super hard. Not this one, but way back over here. Pretty interesting, and it is back above 1,000. So back above 1,000, this starts to turn into a buy. Interesting. GDX Pump Fest 3,000, dude. Holy moly. Very nice on GDX. All right, let's hit up your tickers here, buddy. EVR. Evercore. Yes, we've already talked about this one. It's where you already hit your target or what? No, you're about 20 bucks shy. Looks beautiful above 186. What do you got? Stop it. Yeah, I mean, I like that one all the way. Entry. Oh, you haven't even got the entry yet, have you? Almost. Just shy of it. Oh no, you did get it today because it went to 194.66. Yeah, so this one looks good. Yeah, I like that one. That's set up for the stop and everything. Very nice. Evercore just saying suck it. Just going to the moon. Let's see. A&F. Oh, the Abercrombie. Remember when they used to have the this will date me a little bit. Remember when they used to have the models in front of their in the mall, in the store? They would hire like young ass dudes and young ass chicks, and they'd put them in the skimpiest shit. Usually the dudes wouldn't be wearing shirts. And it's like, what the hell, man? You're just like whoring them out over here to sell your clothes. It's like they're probably like 17, dude. Like, what the fuck? Oh well. Yeah. Not like they give a shit. This is crazy. How are they having a resurgence like this? Is Oakley super cool again now too? Like, what the hell, bro? This is wild. I guess there's some good support around like 120, low 120s, just beast mode. Stop loss at 130. Yeah, I could see that, keeping it kind of high and tight because this is a very methodical. Dude, look at this on the weekly. What the? Look, the volatility to the upside has been so consistent and boring, even though it's going up, that we're getting a vol flash at the top of range. That rarely ever happens. After a freaking 500% move. Oh, hold on. What the I am a little blown away right now. Wow. That is like shitcoin levels, y'all. All right, so this one I'd be real cautious on. Getting vol flashes like this after that kind of move, that is a warning signal in itself that this bitch might throw a temper tantrum very soon. And guess what? Earnings are already happened. Okay, cool. So what? No one even cared? Very weird. Very weird. Off that vol flash on the weekly and just realizing that it's been up 500%. Are we at all-time highs even? Yeah, we are. Wow. Man, that is crazy, dude. Yeah, I mean, that's why your stop's probably really high and tight, which is definitely warranted on this chart. So I can get behind it as long as you adhere to that real tight stop, because otherwise I think this one is pretty risky. Wow. Fucking Abercrombie, dude. What the hell, dude? Is Ed Hardy coming back next? Is that the new thing? Is that what all the kids are wearing? I don't know, man. Let's see here. Weekly on Icon. Oh, did you finally get filled on this one? I thought yes, you did. Nice. Well, this one looks pretty good. People love the earnings. Looks nice above about 320, and can probably look for about, let's fib it, about 355 is probably the next target on that. What are you looking for? 360s. Yeah, stop 320. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too shabby. I can get behind that one. Is this well traded? Not. It's not. I thought the candles looked a little funky. I mean, it's a big company, but really like 250,000 shares, and the 30-day average is only 580. That's a little low. So this one might be a little hard to get in and out of. I'm not sure. I've never traded it, so I'm sure Casey Lewis could tell us. JPM. Oh, everybody knows these clowns. JP Morgan Chase. JP Morgan Chase. Let's see. 172. It's very good above 172. On the daily, it's a little higher, like 178. So somewhere in the 170s, I would stop out on that one if I was buying up here with a target of just about $200 is really major resistance on this. We are in blue sky breakout mode. So usually those round numbers are also good to just kind of default to. And what are you looking for on that? You're looking for two. Whoa, damn, this is one of your aggressive ones. Stop at 155. Yeah, I would not take that trade. 155 is all the way down to this previous hit over here. That's like 20% almost. Because once it breaches like 180, it's most likely at least going to the mid or low 60s. So yeah, that's not really my favorite one. And 260 is a freaking bold extension, man. That's 40% gain from here. That's probably my least favorite one so far out of the list. Plus, I hate Jamie Dimon too. Linde PLC. What the hell does PLC mean? I don't even know. I should know that, but man, this place makes a lot of money, billions of dollars. What do they do? Industrial gases engineer. Blah blah blah. Natural gas separation chemical company. Freaking $250 billion company. Beast. It's a very important number. And we can kind of use this too, this little abandoned baby type candle or island reversal type thing as a right around 422. So that looks pretty good. This is a little bit tougher though for management because what is that? Oh, I guess that is only like 7%. Yeah, so I'd probably use about 420 on there and maybe look for, let's pull a fib off that. Maybe about 500-ish. That's probably what I'd do on that one. Okay, you're tight on that one. Interesting. You go from really wide to super tight on the Lin. Interesting. Okay. So you got 477 price target. That's very conservative for you, my friend. You just went from like 15% to 3%. Okay. Huh. All right. How come you're only doing 3% on that one? That's it. I'm a little confused by that. Huh. All right. Yeah, I mean, stopping out though at about that 450 area is definitely warranted against this cluster. I do like that. That's my favorite part of the trade is your stop on that. NRG, energy socket. Jesus Christ. Holy moly, dude. Very, very bullish above 55. Looks super good. Missed earnings. Market doesn't give a shit. Let's rally. Let's pull a fib. Looks like it's already hit the 2618 at least. Yeah, 60. So maybe upper 60 band is probably the next target. And as far as stop on this, man, is like 55. Man, that's kind of a tough one because you're in like 10. You're almost like 1-to-1 here unless you force the up to 72. Yeah, okay, I guess that kind of works if you do like low 70s, which is kind of a little bit further of an extension. That's past the 4618, so that's kind of far. I generally wouldn't like measure anything past the 4618, but let's see what you got on that one. Looking for 61, and you're looking for 82. See, look at that one. See, then you went real aggressive on that one versus the other one. That's 33%. And then what are you stopping out at? Probably right around here. $50. Yeah, right around here. Yeah, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of that one either. So that one, and then your ICLR one and ANF are probably my least favorites. ANF only because that weekly vol flash. That's very rare to see those after a 500% move, and that's because that move is so methodical and perfect 45-degree angle to the upside. Very crazy chart there. Let's see. Last one, VST. Holy shit balls. What, dude? Nah, bro. 32% away from the freaking weekly MA. Hmm. I don't know. If you forced me to try to put a trade on this, I might even have to ratchet. No, you can't. Wow, it all looks the same. Um, I guess right about here at about mid 50s, like 55-ish. Could be. It looks like some pretty decent support. I mean, I guess we could throw the cheat code on real quick. What does it say? Oh, it doesn't even know either. It doesn't have major supports all the way down here. Yeah, I don't think I could. I don't think I would buy this one. I don't like this. This is too vertical, man. This is like well past 45. Um, I think that one's pretty risky. Needs to build some structure or something. I mean, this is just literally straight the f up. Um, but like maybe 55 bucks, something like that. Yeah, so you're all the way down at 46, man. Yeah, I don't like that trade. That's my least favorite one out of the ones that you've posted. Just because, like, why take all the way down to 25? So there's better stuff out there, in my opinion, for opportunity than this one because this is just too frothy. Maybe in another like couple weeks we get some better structure on it, and then we can go from there. But just this initial poke into the sky, yeah, nah, I can't get behind that one. All right, let's go to the blockchain miner index. Let's see what it's doing. Nice little rally, but dump fest 20%, rally up 20%. Obviously, it's not at the highs yet. Oh, let's see if we can get this weekly. Okay, this is important. Weekly open and close above 1262 in the next couple days would actually be pretty damn sexy if we could get that. Let's go to the bi-weekly. Also, if we could get the bi-weekly, which closes, oh, look, today, if we could get the bi-weekly up here and set up for the next bi-weekly to open and close above this range, that would also be sexy, but that will take another couple of weeks. So lots of time on that one. Cores, I still haven't bought any of that. I really wanted to, but wow, MicroStrategy, what the shit? Okay. Oh, it's just up regaining some of its loss. All right. So this is, while it does still look super uber bullish in most metrics, it is important that the bulls stay consolidating up here and keep building structure. And this is applicable to Bitcoin charts as well, that we don't start just chopping and making lower highs. We don't want to see that. We want to see that kind of pattern that we talk about sometimes, like the upward pointing flag, right? Something like this. And then you make these higher, higher lows, very incrementally. We want to kind of see that. We don't want to see the other way where it's the highs are lower and lower and lower, right? That's not near as sexy consolidation. So that's why I'm going to be trimming up here. I don't think I want to just hold through for a month now. I don't think it's very likely that we just blow through the all-time high at this point and just go to freaking moonshot targets from here before the halving. It is possible. Obviously, anything's possible, especially since we do have different behavior. I want that to be the main theme of this show today, of today's show, is that we are getting signs that this cycle is going to be different. It already is behaving different out of the last few, like couple of weeks now, definitely in the last week. And so we've never hit an all-time high before the halving. And also, meme coins don't rally generally this hard before or this early in the cycle if we're assuming the cycles are going to be the same this time, which I think it's already fair enough to say they're going to be a little bit different. So we're really going to have to focus in on price this cycle. Not that we wouldn't before or anything, but we really got to pay attention to it to see if we get any kind of other canaries and clues that could give us a little bit of insight. And with that, we could probably just lash over to the hash ribbons. Let's just see what they're doing real quick. I'm just curious. Yeah, they still look fine. Yeah, they're still fine, looking all right. So that's good. What else? Anything else we want to look on here? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. And obviously the pi cycle, which has been correct most of the time, it's not even anywhere near close to signaling. Now, when it does start to get crazy, we talked about this before, when we start seeing this slope get real aggressive, then we're probably only a few months away from the high. We will talk about that on stream. So stay tuned for the future, just in case we kind of start seeing that pop up. We're not there yet. It's still flat as hell, but that's just kind of how that indicator works. All right, kind of a little bit all over the place today, but the theme of the video is, for me, I'm trimming some of my exposure. And you know what? If you're confused, you didn't have a good plan, sell some of it and see if you can buy back up here. That's a little trick I play on my brain sometimes. If I get lost in the sauce, I just be like, oh, well, let me just sell it. Yeah, maybe it cost you, I don't know, whatever, $50 or $20, depending on how much money you're trading. Just sell it all or sell a good chunk and see if, and then walk away. Don't just immediately do it. Sell it, go do something for a little bit, come back later in the day and see if you can buy at that same spot. Because 9 times out of the 10, you won't be able to do it because you'd be like, oh shit, I don't want to buy up here now. So that's like a good little test to see if you're emotionally in something or too attached. And if you can just buy back in and you feel good about it, hey, more power to you. For me, though, I want a little dry powder. I don't want all my risk up here until we get confirmation of breakouts. It's a lot different when we're building structure up to the all-time highs, but when we're actually at them and Bitcoin's never been past that, that's a very different ball game than building structure like we did all through this. I had no problems holding through all of this crap, easy peasy, as long as the structure kept building up. And now being so extended and hitting all-time highs prior to the halving, as we talked about on previous videos, that does caution me a little bit because that is very different behavior from the past cycles. And I'm going to leave y'all with that. Much love. You're very welcome, Casey Lewis. Thank you for chiming in. I hope, Prince Borky, you got some of your gold analysis. Stay diligent out there, guys. Other than that, I think I'm just going to leave it there. We've said enough. Much love. This is No Noiz. I am Z-Rex. Peace.